Which one do I use? Please stand for the national anthem, sung by our very own Caroline McKenzie.
Just have to warn you guys, I have a little bit of a sore throat, but... Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glow, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Caroline. That was a wonderful job. Well, everybody please be seated. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the graduation ceremony of the Tahanto class of 2023. Before we begin, I'd like to recognize some of the people that have supported us throughout our time in high school. To the community as a whole, thank you for supporting our class and our efforts and for all the help that you've given us throughout the years. To our teachers, thank you for doing your best to provide us with an amazing education despite all the challenges that y'all have faced in these past few years. Finally, to our parents and families, thank you for being by our side for this time, for being here now to support us as we turn the page to the next chapter in our lives. Congratulations, everyone. We did it. It's been a long 4 years, but we've come out the other side in one piece. Things are certainly very different than they were when we first started, but we've been able to overcome all the challenges that we've faced. I hope that we can continue to do so as we go through our lives after high school, and I wish each of you all the best on your next journey. At this time, I would now like to introduce the superintendent of the Berlin-Boylston Regional School District, Ms. Carol Costello.
Greetings. Welcome to our families, friends, staff, school committee members, and of course, our graduates of the class of 2023. I cannot tell you how much I've enjoyed and appreciated spending time with some of our seniors these past several months. And I'd like to take a moment to mention a few of these students who gave me a sense of what the class of 2023 is all about. So Kira, VJ, and Lyman, thank you for courageously coming over to 19 Carter during budget season to talk with me about some of the changes you feel need to be made at Tahanto. I took away a great many ideas from listening to each one of you. And then there are the students from the Nature of Being course who let me tag along with them on the field trip a few weeks ago to the Barry Center for Buddhist Studies. Not only did I learn about the teachings of Buddhism that day through the deep and meaningful questions these students asked, but I also learned that Taylor Swift really is that amazing. And I think that Mr. Pacheco would finally have to agree with that. There were the senior class officers, Paul, Lauren, Sarah, Vijay, and Sydney, who shared with me how excited they were to celebrate all the wonderful senior events coming up. They reminded me all about how so much time in school had been robbed from them these past few years, and that they simply looked forward to being together and celebrating their senior year with one another. And there was Caroline, last one on the dance floor. No surprise there. Who spoke so powerfully at our school committee meetings this year. She opened up a dialogue that has never happened before and led us to take steps forward to make our district better. Intelligent, insightful, joyful, courageous. This is the spirit of the class of 2023. That leads me to ask all of you to consider taking away 3 suggestions from me as you leave here today. The first suggestion is to honor the gift of friendship. On this day, a little more than a few years ago, my friends and I were too excited about our own futures to even comprehend what this day meant as we separated and said our goodbyes. Some of us left our town without looking back, while others stayed behind to build their lives, marry and raise families, and work in local businesses. Even after all these many years, however, my high school friends and I still keep in touch. Some remain like family to me. We meet up at reunions and largely send our emojis on social media to celebrate special occasions, and even sometimes very sad ones. We laugh about music and shows and things that belong to our era, our time, and to one another. There's something about these old friends, these high school friends, that life experiences beyond that time can never replace. These people have known you before you become that person you have decided to show to the rest of the world. They're going to remember, and they're going to remind you of the dumb remarks, kind remarks, funny remarks you made, and the crazy things, thoughtful things, serious things you did, and the way it all went down before graduation day. Trust me, it's a humbling experience to be remembered in these ways. So, before I go any further, friends in the class of 2023, take a moment to look to the right and the left of you, and I want you to share a gesture of kindness with each of the people sitting next to you. I promise you're going to remember that when you come back old and gray at your 25th class reunion. The second suggestion is that as you move through your life, consider taking time to do some soul searching along the way. What matters to you? Who matters to you? You can decide to live your life searching for what makes you happy beyond the next job, the next place, even the next person. Or you can find what gives your life meaning by looking within yourself honestly and authentically from time to time. The third suggestion, be a good person in this world. Be kind. Take care of yourself and those you love and care about. Be humble and learn to be grateful for the little successes as well as the big ones that come your way. Whatever you choose to do your best. Be your best. And please come back and visit us, or maybe you're going to even choose to stay and live here. How many in this audience have returned back to this area to live, or maybe have never left? Can you raise your hands? Raise your hands. People who have lived here or come back. Look around you. There's more than that. This is always going to be home base, and we need future leaders in these great communities to keep them alive and fresh and ever growing with new ideas and possibilities. In closing, I'm going to leave you with the words of the great music legend, Tina Turner, who passed away a few weeks ago. Miss Turner was admired for her musical talents, but also for strongly overcoming a great deal of suffering and adversity in her life. I was struck by these particular words from a larger message she had once written. We all have it within our power to make decisions and take actions that elevate us. Every day we express who we are and who we wish to become through our thoughts, words, and deeds. Choose the positive path in everything you do. Spread positivity and kindness. That's the way. So we celebrate you, class of 2023, for the many gifts you've brought to your teachers, your school, and most especially to your families. In the words of Tina Turner, you are simply the best. Thank you, and now I'd like to welcome our interim principal, Sally Ann Stukels.
Thank you, Carol. Superintendent Costello, School Committee Chair Topman, Interim Assistant Principal Ford, the class of 2023, faculty, family, and guests, good afternoon and welcome to Tahanto Regional's 2023 commencement exercises. At the beginning of the school year, I realized that my first year at Tahanto back in 2016 was also the class of 2023's first year at Tahanto. And now here we are 7 years later. It's your last year here as well as mine. I'm so appreciative to have the opportunity to watch this group of students grow in a multitude of ways as they progress from grade to grade each year over the past 7 years. This class spent their freshman year in the midst of a pandemic, experiencing a shutdown and remote learning, moving on to hybrid learning and social distancing during their sophomore year, and continued mask wearing for part of their junior year, and are now finally having a normal year. And an exciting year it was as our football athletes became school state champions. Our seniors performed amazing exhibition presentations. The drama club had its first musical in 10 years. There was a school-wide refresh day, and there were many, many senior celebrations such as homecoming, prom, spirit weeks, senior sunrise, and I could go on and on. As this was my first graduation speech, I thought long and hard about what life learning advice I could pass on to you all. In doing so, I thought about my own life and how, despite the many joys that I've had and still experience in life, just like all humans experience, life certainly does have its natural ups and downs. During the difficult times, I often resort to certain mindsets to help me conquer the difficulties, and I hope that sharing these strategies with you will resonate with you someday when you need it the most. So first, let's talk about the concept of being grateful. As the great Roman philosopher Seneca once said, in all things, we should try to make ourselves be as grateful as possible. For gratitude is a good thing for ourselves in a manner in which justice, commonly held to belong others, is not. Gratitude pays itself back in large measure. I hope that you will wake up each morning and think about a few things that you're very grateful for. Maybe it's your loved ones or an exciting job that you just got, or maybe it's your good health. When you can focus on the things that bring you joy and happiness in your life, it puts things into perspective and it makes the challenges that we all experience less daunting. I highly recommend that you tell your loved ones how much you love them on a regular basis and give them copious amounts of affection whenever you come into contact with them, because the time we have with loved ones, it is priceless, and it's the most treasured thing that you will ever have. Don't let your friendships and family relationships drift apart in a way because your life becomes so busy. Take the time to actually book a lunch date with a relative or take a walk with a friend in your calendar so that it actually happens. And remember that you have to find balance for these things. No matter how busy your job or home responsibilities make you, your loved one should always be your first priority. Time shared with loved ones creates memories that are a gift that you will always cherish, and those can never be taken away. Secondly, I recommend acceptance. You're not going to always like all of life's twists and turns, but you can find peace in acceptance. Accepting situations and how you will deal with those challenges is what ultimately matters. You can't control others or certain situations, but you can control how you react to them or it. Take the hardships as learning experience that makes you stronger. Find the positives in all situations. As quoted by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman from a book that they co-wrote, acceptance isn't passive. It's the first step in an active process towards self-improvement. And it's okay to find peace and acceptance and to let that lead you to healing and resilience. Next, there's mindfulness. Again, from Seneca is the quote, let us prepare our minds as if we've come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing. Let us balance life's books each day. The ones who put the finishing touches on their lifestyles each day are never short of time. So to add to that, I say live each day as if it were your last. And the next time you take a walk, make sure you feel the breeze as it blows through your hair, feel the warmth of the sunshine on your face, listen to the rustling of leaves or the birds singing their songs. Feel the earth below your feet and notice how the body is reacting. Live life as an entire experience of all your senses. Too often, we push through the day just trying to check tasks off the list, and we forget to enjoy all that this great earth has to offer in its natural beauty. Mindfulness also includes taking care of yourself. As we grow, develop, and age, it's important to treat your body and mind like the temple that it is. So although moderation is of course key, remember that every time you put something in or on that temple, you want it to be those things that provide nourishment to your body and soul. To align with our kindness campaign, I simply recommend that you remember that kindness is free and only ever leads to positivity. You can pretty much guarantee that you'll have a good day if you're doing good things for others. Also remember that kindness is most effective when it's sincere and doled out for the right reasons. Lastly, simply remember the phrase, the character is who you are when no one else is paying attention. Accolades are definitely something to be proud of, for sure. But knowing in your heart that you have contributed to something worthwhile is in itself very rewarding, even when there is no recognition for it from others. Taken from my recent speech at the National Honor Society, I quoted Pulsifer, who once said, "Character is not something that you buy. It's not a commodity that can be bartered for. It's not a quality suited for only the rich and famous. Rather, character is built upon the foundational community of love, honesty, and compassion for others." I'm excited for all of you as your journey continues after you leave here today. And I know that this is really not a goodbye, because it's my greatest wish that you'll keep in touch. So remember to book it in your calendar, and that way it will happen. Class of 2023, congratulations. May you have peace, health, and happiness as you continue your journey. Thank you. And at this time, I would like to call to the podium class valedictorian, Lauren Watu.
Good afternoon, faculty, family, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2023. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lauren Watu, and it is an honor to stand before you today as a valedictorian of Tahanto's class of 2023. I would like to start by expressing my gratitude to our dedicated teachers, mentors, and parents whose unwavering support has led us to this day. Through all the craziness of Zoom classes, A and B cohorts, and masking, their dedication and resilience have allowed us to continue our education and prepare for the future. And despite all the challenges throughout our years at Tahanto, we have been taught the importance of believing in ourselves. It's one of the reasons we made it to graduation day. However, as we embark on the next chapter of our lives, I want to challenge us to go beyond just believing in ourselves. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment." But let me tell you, my fellow graduates, the most powerful thing you can do is to be unapologetically yourself. In a world that often tries to fit us into predefined boxes, it takes courage to be authentic. It takes courage to embrace your quirks, your individuality, and your own personal journey. But it is in those moments of authenticity that we find our true purpose and create a meaningful impact on the world around us. So, as we leave the familiar halls of Tahanto High School, I urge you to remember the value in being yourself. Pursue your passions relentlessly, even if they seem unconventional or go against the grain. Embrace failures as stepping stones towards growth, and never let setbacks deter you from pursuing your dreams. Stay true to your values, even when it feels easier to compromise. And most importantly, surround yourself with people who appreciate and uplift you for who you truly are. Lastly, I would like to thank the staff and students of Tahanto for fostering an environment which allows people to be wholly themselves. Thank you to all of the teachers that make their students feel safe and comfortable, and all of the students that have supported each other these past years. I would also like to give a special thank you to Mrs. Hutchinson for stepping up for us this last year and being an amazing class advisor. And since no graduation speech is complete without a quote from Dr. Seuss, I'll leave you with these words to remember. Today you are you, that is truer than true. There is no one alive who is youer than you. Now I'd like to introduce my friend and salutatorian, Autumn Bella.
Good afternoon, fellow graduates, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and distinguished guests. It's an honor to stand before you as the salutatorian of the class of 2023. School has always been the place intended for learning. To start each year with this intent in mind, teachers at Tahanto hand out a syllabus detailing the things we should expect to get from their classes. When we began freshman year English, we knew from Mr. Whitehead's syllabus that we would read Romeo and Juliet. By the end of freshman year, we knew from Mr. Whitehead not only about the Capulets and the Montagues, but also that there's nothing that a pot of coffee can't fix. Mr. Cavino's syllabus said that we would learn about quantum mechanics. As we learned about S&P orbitals, we also learned that laughter is the best medicine. We were told by Mr. Doherty that he would teach us to be better readers and writers. We left his classroom not only knowing that water is never water, but that our life is given meaning by the connections we make with the world around us. Franny promised us that we would be able to perform hypothesis tests at lightning speed when we left her class. We leave not only with the acronyms PANIC and PHANTOM burned into our brains, but also the knowledge that she loves us and that she's always cheering us on. There are countless more teachers we've each encountered during our time at Tahanto, teaching us small, unexpected lessons that will serve us well as a remaining part of the ever-growing toolkit that we use to navigate our lives. The truths that we never expected to learn are the ones we may find the most value in as we move forward. We thank you for being our teachers in every way. When I arrived at Tahanto as a freshman, I didn't expect that I would also meet teachers in the form of my peers. I feel so fortunate to have been taught the power of a big smile by Sarah Mendoza and Meg Edwards. I'm thankful to have learned the incredible weight that great art can carry from Lyman Abelson and how to be brave while cliff jumping with Lauren Watu. I'm grateful to have been taught how to love people with all my heart by Lexi Derman, Carly Choquette, Olivia Latorre, and Emma Quirk. Each member of this class has been an invaluable teacher to their peers, and I'm confident that we will carry these lessons with us far beyond Tahanto. In the words of Taylor Swift, the scary news is, you're on your own now, but the cool news is, you're on your own now. Congratulations to all my fellow members of the class of 2023. I'd now like to introduce Student Council President Shanley Evans.
Thank you, Autumn. And thank you to everyone here today, from friends and family who made the drive, faculty who have been with us every step of the way, and fellow graduates who I'm sure are so excited to finally hear me stop talking about Student Council. My name is Shanley Evans. This past year, I have had the honor of serving as the Tahanto Student Council President, along with the Massachusetts Association of Student Council President. However, one of my biggest senior year responsibilities quickly became a pleasure because of the incredible student leaders within Tahanto. The energy this council brought for the year propelled us through our busy fall after sixth grade orientation. We were able to host our first indoor homecoming since COVID, and it was a great success with high attendance and revenue. Along with this, we had our Homecoming Spirit Week, pep rally, and haunted hallway. I am extremely proud of all the members who stepped up to chair these events and create something exciting for the student body. Going into the winter months, we held our annual Staff Appreciation Week. Council members paired up and worked to create unique and thoughtful gifts for every member of our staff, with each day acknowledging a different branch of staff. This is probably one of my favorite events of the year, as our teachers and administrators contribute so much to the student body, and have had the opportunity to thank them in this way is very special. Along with Staff Appreciation, we held our Winter Spirit Week and pep rally before holiday break, which got everyone involved and energized for the last final week. My involvement in Student Council started my freshman year, which began with a class of 65 individuals sitting next to me today. Compared to other high schools, that's considered what others have described to me as so tiny, and I am often asked, how have you been around these same people for 4 years? Don't you want to rip each other's throats out? Well, occasionally, but what I love about the individuals graduating here today is the community we've created and the time spent with every one of them. From the crazy trips down the mountain with the ski club, to the U.S. history classes where we watched horrifically as Mr. Pacheco played DBQ music over Zoom, the Lions football games where we cheered our hearts out, the gatherings of the Moo Yacht fundraisers, the intense gym class volleyball games, the pep rallies, spirit weeks, homecomings, and everything in between, the high school moments experience would not be special without the people I have gotten to know in each of them. We are small, but I believe that is what allows each and every one of us to grow and change, with the recognition of how we impact our relationships with each other. The Massachusetts Association of Student Council's leadership theme this past year was Leading in the Spotlight. We emphasize the importance of uplifting others as you grow to greater positions, not to diminish your individual light, but to create a brighter, more impactful one with others. This is the advice I give to my graduating class today. Rely on yourself, but don't be afraid to depend on others. The connection you create will help carry yourself through so much more than you may realize. I couldn't have gotten through all these years without all of you, and I wouldn't have achieved this speaking position without you as a student body being there to attend the pep rallies, dress up for the spirit weeks, or dance together at homecoming. So thank you. I have every individual that walks this stage today to thank, and I wish nothing best for each of your futures. Thank you. I would now like to introduce the faculty address, Mrs. Sequeira.
Good afternoon. And it's so nice to see so many familiar faces to celebrate today. Congratulations, class of 2023. I am so very proud of each and every one of you. I have found that there are perennial truths in what I teach in biology, whether it is the wonders of nature or the awe-inspiring complexity of life itself. I was teaching an ecology lesson recently, and I was explaining biodiversity is absolutely essential. The network of living things in an ecosystem must be incredibly diverse so that it is sustainable and resilient against the many disruptions, both human and natural, that the systems will come up against. And then I had a personal aha moment. These usually cannot escape my students, as I can be passionate at times. This was one of those truths that transcends a unit in biology. Yes, diversity is key. We must all surround ourselves with people who are unlike us, so that when we come together as a group, we are a collection of a wide range of experiences and backgrounds, and we are far more capable of solving problems and moving forward in innovation than if we stayed within a vacuum of our own experiences or ones like ours. So graduates, as you prepare to head out into the world, I invite you to seize opportunities to talk with people who are unlike you. Surround yourself with people who see things from a different lens, whether it be different ages, different socioeconomic backgrounds, different cultures. Our differences are as varied and as real as we are. These differences are gifts that are brought to the community table and can be shared with the group to create a more bountiful experience from which we all can be fed. And celebrate your own diversity. Think about who you are and what you can bring to the table, whether your experiences seem simple or extravagant. You have a precious perspective that is uniquely yours, and you will be able to help others understand life through your lens. A philosopher, Edward Mercer, explains, as old sayings tell us, the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. A fancier way of saying this is with the term emergent properties, used in science, systems theory, philosophy, urban studies, and even art. Emergent properties refer to those properties that are entirely unexpected and include emergent phenomena in materials and emergent behaviors in living things. They arise from a collaborative functioning of a system, but do not belong to any one part of the system. And so it is with our lives. Groups of people who come together from diverse perspectives are far more capable and resilient than the individuals. We are better in community, more vibrant, more productive, more creative. Embrace opportunities to share and learn for people you meet along the way, and may these years after Tahanto be ones filled with promise and hope. Although you are all bound to face trials and tribulations, I hope you will have surrounded yourself with people, all different types of people, who will support you and encourage you and keep you thinking and growing. Be well, class of 2023. I am excited for the journey that lies ahead of you. And now for our next faculty speaker, Mr. Shannon McGee.
Good afternoon and congratulations, class of 2023. I am so very proud of each and every one of you. I was just reading Miss Sequeira's speech. Mine starts something like that though. Okay. Let's put our hands together again for the class of 2023. Congratulations. It's an absolute honor to stand up here and take part in the faculty commencement address alongside of the fabulous Ms. Sequeira. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Mr. McGinty, and I'm one of the art teachers here at Tahanto. While it may come as no surprise to most of you, I do not consider myself to be a scientist. However, I do consider myself to be an activist, and I would like to take a moment to draw a parallel between biodiversity and generosity. Discussing the essence of what it means to be human, as Ms. Sequeira has just done, is not only thought-provoking, but incredibly meaningful. In a moment, I would like to take you through my thoughts on the matter and how they relate to the fine young people sitting before you today. Class of 2023. I know I am speaking for a lot of staff, parents, and peers when I tell you that we are so proud of you and all that you have accomplished. I think that one of the things that has created such a meaningful connection between your class and the rest of the school community is the palpable kindness and generosity that you give to others. It is only my third year as the art teacher here at Tahanto. You all have accepted me, respected me, and treated me like family. You have created a sort of inclusive microcosm, a little world where you constantly welcome people in, you lift others up, and you work as a unified group to reach your goals. Circling back to the topic of biodiversity, it discusses the variety of life in the world. Biodiversity aids in mitigating climate change, ensuring food security, fighting disease, and supporting communities. Generosity, showing kindness towards others, or giving good things to others freely and abundantly, has the ability to catalyze social change. You may be asking yourself how those two things relate. In short, they both teach us something about the human condition, that we need one another. I have no doubt that I'm looking into a room that contains future doctors, lawyers, athletes, artists, mechanics, electricians, police officers, teachers. I could go on. Your options are endless. You really can do anything that you want to. I know that you will lead great lives where you will make a difference in this complex world. But one way that you can make a difference the second that you step foot out of this gymnasium is by being kind, compassionate, and generous individuals. Class of 2023, you have all made a difference in my life with your generosity. Please carry that in your heart and continue to keep building that microcosm, that family of diverse individuals by inviting others in. As Amelia Earhart once said, a single act of kindness can throw out roots in all directions. Believe it or not, those roots then grow their own trees. Be a part of that historical movement. Be the change you wish to see in the world, and everything else will fall into place. Again, congratulations. You will truly be missed here at Tahanto. Thank you. At this time, we will now begin the certification of diplomas.
All right, exciting part is next. All right, to Acting Superintendent Ms. Costello and School Committee Chair Michael Totman, I am pleased to certify that the graduates before you have completed all state and local requirements for a diploma from Tahanto Regional Middle High School. With Superintendent Costello, School Committee Chair Michael Totman, Assistant Principal Kara Ford, School Counselor Eileen Rodman, and Senior Advisor Laura Hutchinson, please come to the table for the presentation of diplomas.
Vijay Anand Keshavan. Lauren May Watu. Lauren is the class of 2023 valedictorian. She is also the recipient of the Superintendent's Award, the George A. Pendergast Scholarship, the Francis Sharp Booster Club Award, the Janice and Dickey Guild Scholarship Fund, and the Clinton Hybemian Scholarship. Autumn Bella. Autumn is the class of 2023 salutatorian. Paul Nicholas Sear. Paul is the recipient of the Debbie Ann Johnson Memorial Scholarship. Sydney Ray Sosha. Sydney is a Matthew J. Phillips Scholarship Award winner. Sarah May Akub Mendoza. Shanley Kate Evans. Shanley is the recipient of the Student Council Scholarship, a PTO Volunteering Scholarship, and a Boylston Lions Club Service Award. Catherine Elizabeth McNulty. Caroline Grace McKenzie. Caroline is a recipient of the PTO Volunteering Scholarship, a Katie Shalafo 5K Memorial Scholarship, and a Boylston Leo Award runner-up. Lyman Emmett Abelson. Parthiv Anandaraman. Brady Alexander Babineau. Brady is a recipient of the Tahanto Regional High School Scholarship. Ranjani Bachali. Elena Diane Burrell. Elena is a recipient of the Matthew J. Phillips Scholarship. Amanda Rose Bergman. Amanda is a recipient of the Matthew J. Phillips Scholarship, the Moses Reed Scholarship, the Mabel Felton Scholarship, and the Janice and Dickey Guild Scholarship Fund. Abigail Bradford. Abigail is a recipient of the Myrtle Thurston Memorial Scholarship and the Amson John W. Burkhart Jr. USN Memorial Scholarship. Samuel Carius. Victoria Elizabeth Carius. Caitlin Natalie Castillo. Caitlin is the recipient of the Clinton Savings Bank Charitable Foundation Scholarship. Carly May Choquette. Carly is a recipient of the Francis Sharp Booster Club Award and the Katie Shalafo 5K Memorial Scholarship. Benjamin Stephen Cormier. Rick Darnabid. Paul B. Dowd. Jonathan Maurice Edwards. Margaret Ann Edwards. Jessica Jordan Forbes. Jessica is a recipient of the Francis Sharp Booster Club Award and the Katie Shalafo 5K Memorial Scholarship. Erin Jocelyn Gallagher. Alexis Jane German. Alexis is the recipient of the Tahanto Principals Award and the Moses Reed Scholarship. Kira Gustafson Elm. At this time, I'd like to call up school committee member Lori Hart to officially present her daughter's diploma. Rebecca Marie Hart. Rebecca is a recipient of the PTO Volunteering Scholarship. Robert John Humphrey. Robert is the recipient of the Matthew J. Phillips Scholarship, the Katie Shalafo 5K Memorial Scholarship, the Boylston Leos Award, and the Boylston Police Union Scholarship. Garrett Thomas Hurley. Alexis Marie Ingalls. Andrew Michael LaRusso. Olivia Ann Latore. Olivia is a recipient of the Matthew J. Phillips Scholarship. Benjamin Alexander LaValle. Haley Jessica Long. Patrick Kennedy Marion. Emma Madeline Medeiros. Sebastian Francis Minio. Ava L. Noel. Ava is a recipient of the Katie Shalafo 5K Memorial Scholarship and the Boylston Scholastic Award. Srikar S. Pala. Elise Catherine Paretsky. Reese Powers. Elizabeth Prokoska. Shannon Elizabeth Quinn. Emma Kate Quirk. Aviana Rodriguez. James Riven Frood Rook. James Michael Schenko Jr. Angela Santos Souza. Samuel B. Stilla. Samuel is a recipient of the Matthew J. Phillips Scholarship, the Francis Sharp Booster Club Award, and the Boylston Police Union Scholarship. John Patrick Sullivan. Junaid Tawfiq. Lilika Montana Thomas. Lalika is a recipient of the Matthew J. Phillips Scholarship, the Tahanto Banking Program Scholarship. Melanie Kane Tolles. Melanie is a recipient of the Robert P. Goulet Memorial Scholarship and the Tahanto Regional High School Scholarship. Eva Turnquist. Bella Patricia Verdini. Bella is a recipient of the PTO Volunteering Scholarship. David Villani. Callie Georgia Ann Wolf. Congratulations to the class of 2023.
Ten years ago, we started a tradition here at Tahanto where all seniors hand a rose to someone who has helped them get to where they are seated today. At this time, I will ask all of the seniors to please give their rose to that someone special. Okay, I would now like to ask the class officers to come forward for the presentation of the class gift.
So our class gift is not only a painting by a local artist that wishes to remain anonymous, but also several easy chairs that will help make a comfortable seating area to replace the old couch that was in the humanities wing. Thank you, everybody, for supporting us throughout these years.